Join me as I challenge myself to take the most stunning smartphone photos using just 5 simple tips. Taking stunning smartphone photos doesn't have to be rocket science. With a few simple techniques, you can elevate your everyday shots and make them Instagram worthy. In this video, we'll explore the secrets to capturing breathtaking photos using nothing but your phone. We've all been there, trying to capture a beautiful moment, but ending up with a dull, poorly lit photo that just doesn't do it justice. Poor lighting, lack of composition skills, and inadequate editing can quickly turn a great shot into a mediocre one. But it's not just about the technicalities, it's also about developing an eye for photography and understanding what makes a great photo. Many of us struggle to take good photos because we don't know where to start or how to improve. We might get discouraged by our lack of skills or the limitations of our phone's camera. But the truth is, anyone can take great photos, it just takes a little practice and patience. One of the biggest challenges of taking good photos is understanding how to work with the light. Natural light, artificial light, and shadows can all dramatically impact the mood and atmosphere of your photo. Another major hurdle is composition, knowing how to frame your shot, what to include and what to exclude, and how to lead the viewer's eye through the image. And let's not forget about editing, knowing how to enhance and refine your photos without overdoing it. These are just a few of the skills you need to master to take your photos to the next level. Today, we're going to explore 5 simple tips that can transform your photography skills and help you take stunning smartphone photos. From understanding natural light to experimenting with angles, we'll dive into the nitty-gritty of what makes a great photo. So, if you're ready to take your photography skills to new heights, let's get started. Tip number 1 is all about utilizing natural light. One of the biggest mistakes we make when taking photos is using the flash or relying on artificial light. Natural light is always more flattering and can add depth and dimension to your photos. So, how can you use natural light to your advantage? Simply by positioning yourself near a window or outside during the golden hour. This will give your photos a warm, inviting glow that's hard to replicate with artificial light. Tip number 2 is all about understanding composition. When it comes to framing your shot, think about what you want to include and what you want to exclude. Consider the rule of thirds, leading lines, and symmetry to create visually appealing photos. Tip number 3 is about using editing apps to refine your photos. Editing is an essential part of the photography process, and it's not just about slapping on a filter. With the right editing tools, you can enhance the colors, contrast, and texture of your photo to make it pop. Tip number 4 is all about experimenting with angles. Don't be afraid to get creative and try out different perspectives. Shoot from above, below, or at an angle to add interest and depth to your photos. And finally, tip number 5 is about taking your time and being patient. Photography is all about capturing the perfect moment, so don't rush it. Take your time to set up the shot, and wait for the right moment to click. One of the most impactful tips I've learned is to slow down and not rush the photography process. When we rush, we often end up with mediocre photos that don't do justice to the scene. By taking our time, we can capture the perfect moment, the perfect light, and the perfect composition. This simple mindset shift can completely transform our approach to photography and help us take more stunning photos. Another way to think differently about your approach is to experiment with different genres of photography, such as portrait, landscape, or street photography. This can help you develop your skills and find your unique style. Remember, taking stunning smartphone photos is all about incorporating these 5 simple tips into your daily photography routine. By utilizing natural light, understanding composition, using editing apps, experimenting with angles, and taking your time, you can capture breathtaking photos that will make your Instagram followers swoon. Don't be afraid to practice, experiment, and try out new things, and most importantly, have fun with the process. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your favorite photography tips in the comments below. If you're hungry for more photography content, be sure to check out my next video on how to take stunning portrait photos using your smartphone.